Hilma af Klint was a Swedish artist, born in 1862, known for her large-size abstract paintings and botanical drawings, and as among the first abstract artists of the world, some of her works predating Kandinsky. These works also involved illustration, geometry, and color theory. She developed an interest in spirituality and religion after the tragic death of her 10-year-old sister, who she continued to try to contact. She lived most of her life without notoriety, producing her works in seclusion. She also participated in a group known as the Five, doing seances, channeling, automatic drawing, and writing, also developing a, quote, new system of mystical thought in the form of messages from higher spirits. She lived along Sweden's coast and upon an island in Lake Mälaren where she enjoyed nature. And of her work she wrote, "The experiments I have conducted that were to awaken humanity when they were cast upon the world were pioneering endeavors. Though they travel through much dirt, they will yet retain their purity." Though she decided to refrain from sharing any of these particular works until her 20 years after her death, when she felt the world was ready. In this session, we hit upon many of these details, including location, feelings of what appeared to be depression, art, and the aspects of botany, science, and mechanics. We even seemed to connect with her in the beyond, gaining some perspective on her purpose in this life of hers. My first impression was dark colors, dark lit, maybe some orange. Textures were smooth, almost like a cloth.
Okay.
Sort of had the perception of candles. I don't know if it's because I'm in a low lit condition now, but let me get some more perceptuals.
Yes.
It just seems shadowy. There might be some warmth and maybe some fresh air. It also had something about low-lying area, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So does it feel like indoors
Feel
or
what?
out? The place that you are, where you are, or that you are perceiving, is it indoors or outdoors?
I'm not sure. There was also kind of a heaviness I felt for a bit. Let me see. It does feel, to me it feels kind of outdoors.
Outdoors.
At first I thought maybe indoors, but I'm getting the impression out.
Would you like to to try to describe the place?
Maybe like a sunset almost. Dark horizon, some clouds, orange on the horizon. A feeling of nature.
does it feel like then like a rural area or somewhere in nature you cannot define?
I don't know the extent of the ruralness, but it feels rural or in nature, natural surroundings. So yeah.
Are there okay? Are there any people around?
There may be some some sand or dirt there, maybe a beach. Feel like there might be water or some rockiness. Again, sort of dusk, sunset. Thought I might have seen someone standing on a large rock by the water, but that was just fleeting.
Like a person, you mean? Would you like to probe on that?
Sure. My sense is of a female.
Okay.
Not too old, not too young, maybe brunette, curly hair, green shirt, green t-shirt. Maybe like shorts, wearing shorts, wearing tennis shoes. And looking at something, anticipating something, or let me see what kind of emotions or
Yes.
if there's any kind of event going on.
Yes, or what is she?
Because initially I felt a little bit of heaviness again, maybe in the chest.
In the past, you said?
No, a little heaviness, maybe in the chest.
Okay.
Then I AOL'd like a drowning because she's near the water, so. But let me just explore that.
Yes.
It's kind of weird. It's like there's a heaviness in the legs. There's almost like jumping up and down in one place. I don't know if it's to say here's the spot or there's some emotion involved with this. It's almost like planted to this spot, and
to the spot where she's standing, you mean?
right, and there's some stronger sense of nature smells, almost like a juniper smell, almost.
Okay.
And only very briefly I went to make closer contact, and I felt a sort of pulling away, like the elbow, and so I'm just gonna AOL like a negative. Someone who was trying to get away, being chased, drowning, something like that. I'm not sure, but could be imagination.
Okay, so let's try to go to the core of it. What you describe as prevailing is heaviness, and then you said that this is more of like a feeling. Could you try to see why she has this feeling of heaviness? Why she feels like this? What's the source? What happened? Why she's feeling like this?
There's some toxic feelings. Have the representation of like black tarriness or ooze, and I get the feeling, or even the phrase toxic feelings. But I'm going to raise my vibration a little bit and then come back down to it.
Okay. And if you feel uncomfortable in any way, we will move on from that.
Okay. There is some fear, loneliness, heavy feeling in the heart, maybe some kind of despair. The sort of weighted downness, or maybe heaviness or darkness started to feel a little stronger, and had to pull back a little bit, and I don't know if there was a campfire there. Saw that a couple times.
Okay, so from that point, we can move on to the next phase of that woman's life. And I want you to go away from that scene and try to see how she dealt with that fear and loneliness and heaviness, or what happened next. What is the next phase of that in this woman's life after this scene that you saw, with the fear, the loneliness, and the heaviness?
Yes.
What is the next important phase?
Okay. Next significant phase of her life.
Yes.
There's the feeling of more free from whatever this is, but also still maybe reaching for something perhaps symbolically reaching for this green gemstone, reaching above the treetops, or just stay above, and then maybe some kind of growth or wisdom, and also, let's see, hang on. Prestige. Getting some kind of prestige.
Okay.
That word came to me, I forgot it, and then it popped back in, so I guess it means something.
Okay, could you see how this is related? This prestige to the woman or to the target?
Hard to say. I think it was for the woman, is sort of what my feeling was. I don't know what the target is, so...
I didn't hear you. You said that... What is it?
Yeah, the prestige seemed related to the woman. I don't know what the target is, so it's hard to say, but that was my initial feeling.
Related to the woman.
Could be
So
something
how?
surrounding the woman or directly related.
Okay, could you see the reason why she's woman is prestigious?
It's not that she's prestigious, but that there would be some prestige coming to or reaching towards some prestige for some reason. As eventuality.
Oh, okay. So do you think you could see the time or the era or the... How does it feel?
I really don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in nature. I don't have any reference point. The woman seemed, I don't know, within the last 100 years, probably more recent. I could be wrong. It's just there's nothing to go by, and
it's okay.
yeah, I can't just look at the calendar, I guess, although I tried to look at a calendar.
You mentioned when I asked you about the next phase or event of her life, you mentioned the feeling of free and reaching for what felt maybe symbolically a ring gemstone, and then you said growth or wisdom. Even if this ring is symbolical, would you like...
Just a gemstone, like a symbolic gemstone, not a ring.
A symbolic gemstone. Would you like to approach this gemstone, because sometimes they are useful to feel the target as it has seemed in the past, and try to see how this gemstone feels, or if this gemstone leads somewhere or reveals.
Okay, got it. I just keep seeing sand and shores, and I see like This gemstone is green. It's maybe symbolic of love or wisdom. Then I also saw, kind of gave me the feeling of like the period of kings and queens, monarchies, royalty. But I'm not sure if that's ALO or.
So this woman that you see, could you explore her life in a way of more, let's say, everyday life? What does she do? How is her life? Or just some elements? At this phase of her life.
I get the word riches. I get the word riches. I get that something to do with running. Her arms.
Running?
Her arms seem slender.
Could you see how old she feels at this point? She seems old.
I didn't hear what you said.
Could you see at this point of her life how old she is, or she feels?
How old she is?
Yes. Are you seeing a young woman, an old woman? How are you perceiving her?
Mm, 47, 48, late 40s. Yeah, before she was younger. Now, just slightly older, I guess.
Okay.
Let me just see what her purpose is here. Get the sense of stars, starry nights, starlights by themselves, also a sky. I saw a face that was a little bit different. It's hard to explain. It almost I don't know. Can't explain it. It's not You know how you had these the man in the mask is like a still mask. Maybe that's symbolic, a mask. Maybe it's something mechanical. Maybe it's...
Okay.
I don't quite understand it. I had a sense of headache a couple of times.
What?
Yeah, I had the sense of headache a couple of times. Maybe something to do with the subject.
So are you referring to a new subject?
No, I don't think so, but I could, it's just something I saw, so... But I see, like, kind of mountainy hillsides in nature, a little bit of foliage. Again, it's slightly dark out with maybe the light of something, the moonlight or something.
So before that you told me that you wanted to see the purpose, her purpose here, or what? Because I didn't hear you, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Just her purpose in this phase of life, I guess. What her focus was that I'm looking at.
Yes, so if you want, in order to do that, you can just connect with her higher self and see why.
You want me to connect to her higher self?
Yes, and see why she chose that lifetime that you are seeing.
Okay. Let me try. So at the higher self level, I see, of course, someone more strong or powerful, someone very perceptive and piercing with their gaze. Like I can see through you or see many things, and so in a way I kind of challenged and I said, okay, well, so show me what we're looking at or whatever, and then that kind of gave way to some sadness, I guess, and maybe it was to explore that, to explore some sadness or loneliness. That part of existence. Perhaps to learn from that. And this person was like, if you can imagine, like a Marvel, if you can imagine like a Marvel superhero that's like a female with the hair waving and eyes that were kind of, they're the eyes that are kind of like one color or something, you don't see the pupil.
So are you describing her higher self?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So you said that the purpose of her this lifetime, what she chose, is to experience this sadness, loneliness, and learn from that. Does it feel like she succeeded? How does that feel about this life?
I see this environment with like stone steps, trees or whatever, kind of archaic looking, but it's lit up with a sort of neon, very light green blue. So it's like almost illuminating in some way. So I guess if you can think of the green gemstone there and then the relationship to this color and lighting up the scene and the steps is all symbolic and providing some light and illumination where there was maybe otherwise not. So maybe there's a little extra magical quality there. I don't know. It's just kind of glowing, almost like the glowing liquid from a glow stick, but a lighter, almost bluish green color. It's just, I think, just experience. I don't know that one thing added more than the other, or just all part of the experience, I guess, or a choice.
Okay, let's go to the human part.
Okay.
And to the lifetime. And in this lifetime, she came here to experience sadness and loneliness and maybe learn from that. Do you think that in this lifetime, did she learn something, or did she find a way out from the sadness and the loneliness? This is the question.
The indicators keep seeming to be that not really. I mean, not in this lifetime. Kind of get the image of let me put it into words here. Maybe there's some anger, maybe there's, I want to say rage, I don't want to say hysteria or some craziness, but that was just a short frame or short image that I got. But I kept seeing this lower, more dimmer blue-green sort of expanse of colors and shapes that seem to extend out and maybe indicate that there was still that struggle or search. I'm not sure. It's just kind of what's appearing to me, but yeah, I felt earlier these sort of dunes or sand was sort of rolling, and that was maybe the continued search or path. But I can keep trying to go further. I don't know how accurate that is.
So you said, you have mentioned the word search twice, search of her path. Um, would you like to see? Let's try to go to a part of her lifetime that indicates a lot about this search of her path that you mentioned, or any search.
So go to a part in her lifetime where she's searching?
Yes, how this search manifests. What does she do? Just anything you pick.
Yeah, the only thing I see are like mechanical images of like armature or not gears, but technology that might be of like the 1800s sort of style, but intricate. This is maybe indicating a focus on that. Maybe it's indicating that over other things.
It's okay, you don't have to try to explain it.
Sure, but I'm just kind of seems like that's what I'm feeling about it, but
It's the images that you get anyway, yes. Let's go to the specific time that I asked you to see about her
next phase
search of her path.
Okay.
Is she alone in that, or do you sense any other people in this time of her life?
I felt like there was in the heart area, heart chakra, there was not a bright energy center, but a smaller green energy there. So maybe that was there's an issue there or blockage or something, and there might be a younger male figure, possibly a son, that this person is, or will be caring for. That this person loves, but I don't sense anyone else per se, but maybe it's general, like does this person have a relationship, or do they see anyone ever, or in their work life, or what?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So I want you mentioned her her heart chakra and small green energy or a blockage there or something there. Would you like to see where this is coming from?
It's related to the sadness, maybe lack of relationship. Blockage because of loneliness. Blockage because of maybe this focus or stage of life. And yeah, possibly the focus.
Okay. So this woman, you mentioned that related to this time of her life, you also mentioned that, and related to her search of her path, you picked on some images that felt like mechanical, like gears and stuff like that. Would you like to probe on that and see what did it show you?
First of all, I wanted to mention that this feels kind of like almost like a island, almost. I just want to get that impression out that, or coastal, I've already said coastal, but more like a peninsula island coast, not tropical.
What? Non-tropical?
Right, with some sand, rocks, dunes, grass, whatever.
Right, yes.
The mechanical stuff.
You can take your time and see what these images that you picked can lead you to.
I just have to A-well that it's like related to science. Maybe briefly saw plants, almost like in a greenhouse, or maybe as a hobby or something, I don't know, but
the first part of what you said.
Hang on, let me just explore some more.
Okay.
I can see like interacting with people inside of a room or place, and these people have like these dark orange silhouettes. I'm not sure if that's energetically at a certain level of interaction.
Did you say dark warm silhouettes?
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the purpose of this interaction?
It seems laid back and casual, but also maybe some kind of learning in some way, interacting with people, or listening, or sign language, or hand movements, gestures, possibly analysis, but also something, again, casual and jovial, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe this is a casual environment, almost like at a bar again. But this is indoors inside of some structure that's a building or a home or a commercial building.
And what is the part of that woman in this, like what feels like a gathering or whatever it is?
What about the woman?
Yes, what is her part in this interaction?
Oh, her part?
Or what does she do, or how does she feel? Anything.
I don't know what what it means, but or if it's accurate, but I get like everything kind of molding together, like the color green, but it's a darker green, and it's like that, the image of plant life and being in this room or place and interacting with people or studying and being happy about that.
Oh, okay. So to get this rank, doesn't feel like a gathering of people or a casual gathering?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. And is there a purpose to this casual gathering? Or not? Just anything. If you actually, what I'm asking you to do is if you would like to probe a bit more on this casual gathering of people.
I see rails, dim lights, multiple levels, or at least a few levels, possibly like some stairs, and it's all kind of tight knit. It's almost like a Spanish flair or Mexican. A little bit of that flavor.
Yeah, I do know what that is.
Maybe some crafts or something in one place.
Sorry, what did you say? Crafts?
Crafts. Artistry. Crafts.
Okay. Artistry. Okay. So would you like to continue on that, or would you like to?
Yeah, I feel like there's maybe a central area that's open, you know. where the stairs or sidewalks go around or something like that, maybe in between where this is connecting. Let me see what else.
Okay.
See some geometric shapes like triangles that are three-dimensional, they're black and shiny, smooth like black onyx or some kind of dark gemstone. Different angles. Could almost be likened to a piece of art, I guess. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so it feels something tangible, not symbolical.
I'm not positive, but it doesn't feel negative or positive.
Okay. Would you like to explore it more, or?
Sure. It almost feels architectural, and I sort of asked for assistance to tell me what's going on here, and I see like an eye, like a big eye, like darting, looking at this, looking at that. Maybe that's sort of exploratory or analyzing. Yeah, or examining or looking, learning.
Alright. Okay. From my part, I think we are done with the target. Unless you would like to explore or probe on anything else.
Let me see if there's anything else. I just see this female walking, and this is maybe symbolic. It feels indoors, almost cavernous-like, and I see these black gemstones or coal or something, and it's like if you can imagine a female walking around and just sort of she seems sophisticated here and just calmly looking, and
what did you say?
Calmly looking, but not very emotional, just touching your finger here and looking, okay, that's all I'll say.